You might feel like you're late to the YouTube game, and I totally understand that because that was exactly how I felt a year ago. But I'm here to tell you that 2025 is the best time for you to start your YouTube channel. And the reason why is there's so many resources that you can find online that will help you to succeed on YouTube. For example, this video. And you might notice that there are more and more people watching YouTube videos compared to TV. Basically, the number of people watching YouTube just keep increasing, especially in 2025 where YouTube and Instagram are going to be the hot platforms of the year. So in this video, I'll cover everything, all the information and tips that you need to start a YouTube channel. This is something that I wish I knew before diving in YouTube, but yeah, I'm so glad that I learned all these tips, so now I can share it with you. So in this video, we're going to cover all the essentials from the gear and how to film the video, the software that you'll need to edit your video, and of course, the strategies on how you can grow and also get your YouTube channel monetized. So without further ado, let's dive in. Let's start with the gear that you need to film and also upload a YouTube video. I feel like a lot of people fall into this trap of thinking that you need an expensive equipment, like you need to have an expensive camera, a microphone, or you might be seeing it all around the internet that everybody is using the DJI Osmo for vlogging. But truth to be told, you can use what you're using to watch this video right now to film and also edit your YouTube video. I personally started with using my iPhone camera, and the first video ever that I filmed and uploaded on YouTube was recorded, edited, and uploaded through my iPhone. Phone cameras are so advanced nowadays, so if you're just starting, I would suggest to just play around with what you already have before investing in more of an expensive equipment. I still film some clips, especially when I'm outside with my iPhone 12, and it's totally fine. You don't need the latest iPhone to film. Tips here: if you're using your phone, you want to find a good lighting because that will enhance the quality of your video significantly. And if you really need to invest in something, I would say you can buy one of those microphones that you can attach to your phone, so you can have much of a better audio quality. Now, no matter how good the quality of your video, people won't be able to enjoy it if you don't have a good quality audio. Now, besides of using your phone and the microphone, you can also invest in a tripod, and you can find tripod easily for a very affordable price. This will make it a lot easier to get certain clips, especially if you're filming by yourself. So you can just attach your phone on the tripod and then you can start filming outside. Once you know that you can be consistent with uploading on YouTube, personally, when I first started, I promised myself that I will only invest on a vlogging camera once I post consistently on YouTube, and also once I reach 1,000 subscribers. So this really motivates me to be more consistent, to post like higher quality content and learn more about using the equipments that I already have to the fullest. So obviously now I have my own camera, and my first ever camera is the Canon G7X Mark II, which is also the camera that I'm using to film now. But I also just upgraded to a Sony ZV-E10. I will do a video about the comparison, so if you're looking into a more professional filming camera, then stay tuned for the video. I think one of the block that people have when starting a YouTube channel, besides of just filming, is obviously editing the video. And I get it, editing can feel very overwhelming at first, but there's so many tools that you can use that has a very simple interface, so it's pretty quick to pick up. I kind of went hardcore when I first started. I went ahead with Adobe Premiere Pro, and honestly, for someone who doesn't have any editing background in the beginning, I found it quite challenging, but fortunately, I also really enjoyed the learning process. But yeah, it did take a while for me to familiarize myself with the editing software. But luckily nowadays, there's so many simple editing software that you can use. So here are my top recommendations. The first one is CapCut, and it's a free editing software, but they also have some subscription And then with this type of subscription, you can get more font, more transition, but it is very user-friendly, especially for beginners. I personally still use this to edit my short form videos for Instagram or YouTube Shorts. And with CapCut, you can even edit it easily from your phone. So honestly, if you just get started, I would highly suggest to just use your phone for filming, maybe throw in attachable microphone, and then just edit your video with CapCut. If you feel more comfortable to edit from your laptop, then I would highly suggest to start with iMovie. It has a very clean and simple interface, so it's pretty easy to pick up. And this is perfect, especially when you're just starting, because you can learn to familiarize yourself with how to trim, how to cut the video, the transition, adding text. And if you want to explore more with editing, then you can also try Adobe Premiere Pro or Final Cut Pro. These two are my favorites, but lately I've been using Final Cut Pro more often, I would say, because of the seamless integration. I also feel like Adobe Premiere Pro is perfect for someone who wants to make more of a filmography type of videos. But nowadays, I really like the simple editings, maybe like text here and there, a little bit of transition. Basically, just a type of editing that will be easier for my audience to get all the information that I'm trying to deliver. So no matter what software you use, the key is efficiency. And you don't always have to strive for perfection. I fell into this trap before of trying to make my video as perfect as possible, and I just ended up not posting consistently. Well, now I'm just trying to make all the filming, editing process a lot more smoother, a lot more enjoyable, so that I can post consistently on YouTube. Now that we covered the filming and editing, it's time to talk about the growth strategies. I was stuck on YouTube subscribers and views before I learned all of this. I was stuck with around 1,000 subscribers, and each of my videos were only getting like 300 to 500 1,000 views tops, and that was because I kept making this mistake without realizing it. And if you're also a beginner on YouTube, you might be doing the same thing. And the most common mistakes that I've seen on YouTube is people start with vlogs. Now, don't get me wrong, vlogs are great. I love watching vlogs. I love creating vlogs. But you gotta keep in mind, like, when people don't know who you are, you're new on YouTube, nobody's gonna wanna watch a day in a life if you're not throwing in or like putting a useful information on the title or in the video. If you just want to start YouTube for fun to document your life, then by all means go ahead and do that. But if your goal is to grow on YouTube and build a community, I think it's really important to think about what kind of value you can give to your audience first. What type of videos will make people want to subscribe and keep on watching your videos. So the key here is to start with a niche. Well, you don't have to specifically just pick one niche, because I find it really hard to just stick with one niche. I know, like, for me personally, I look at YouTube, yes, as a business, as something that I want to grow, but I also look at it as building a community. That's also why there's a lot of different type of content and information that I want to share here on YouTube, but I try to narrow it down to mostly travel and making money online, because those are the areas where I find that I can give the most value to my audience. This is very important because narrowing down your niche will help people to get a clearer idea about what to expect from your channel. Ask yourself what are you good at and what you're passionate about. You can start thinking about what are the most common questions that you get from people around you. So for me personally, I got a lot of questions about what is my experience in a certain places or countries, and how do I learn the skills to make money online. And last but not least, you want to experiment with it. If you're not sure about what your niche is, then you can start posting different type of videos and analyze which one get more engagement. The second strategy to grow your YouTube channel is you want to learn about SEO, or search engine optimization, to optimize your video. If you haven't known about it, YouTube is practically a search engine. So people usually go to YouTube with a certain question. For example, you might have seen a lot of titles starting with how to, too. And those type of titles usually help you to get discovered by the right audience. So here you want to do a keyword research, and how I usually do it is I go to TubeBuddy or vidIQ. Those are the two main apps that I use to research about video title, keywords, or even text. And another one that I love to use is Google Keyword Planner. What I really love about Google Keyword Planner is, besides of just helping you discover new keywords, it can also help you determine which keyword will help you make more money with the AdSense. For example, if I type how to start a YouTube channel, over here, it will give you some suggestion, and you can see what is the average monthly searches that people use with these keywords. What I usually pay attention to is the average monthly searches, also the competition. So you want to choose a higher monthly searches with a low competition. This will ensure that when you use this hashtag or this keyword, your video will rank higher on YouTube. The next thing that you want to pay attention to is your video title. You want to make them clear and enticing. For example, you can say 10 easy home workout for beginners. Here, it's very clear that you're sharing 10 easy home workout, and your target audience are the beginners. This is a lot more clearer and will target a lot more people compared to just saying my workout routine or like my home workout routine. The other thing is the video description. So this is usually the first few sentences you put on the description box, and this should include 2 to 3 primary keywords. So for example, if we're still talking about 10 easy home workout for beginners, you want to make sure that you mention the same keywords on your video description. Now you can make a killer video with a good information and also a mind-blowing editing, but please do not neglect on your thumbnail. Your thumbnail is basically like the video cover, and that is the first thing that people see before clicking on your video. This will definitely increase your click-through rate, even though you have an amazing video, but if your thumbnail is not engaging, people wouldn't click on it. So I usually use Canva, and I use Canva Pro to edit my thumbnail. But if you're familiar with Photoshop, you can also take it to the next level and use Photoshop to edit your thumbnail. I think the key to make a great thumbnail is you want to make sure that the title is easy to read. When people are scrolling through their phone or their laptop, they can see what the video topic is about. So here you want to keep it simple. You don't want to put too many elements, too many different colors, and you want to use a clear font for your title. So forget about all those fancy handwritten type of font, because it might be hard to read, especially when your thumbnail is gonna be so small on the phone. A great thing here is you can now go to YouTube Studio, and you can also do the A/B testing features. This is when you can upload up to 3 different thumbnails, and YouTube will just generate it and also pick the thumbnails that has a higher click-through rate. Last but not least is you want to post consistently. I think this is definitely the biggest mindset shift that helped me grow on YouTube, and I just post whenever I feel like it. So it might be once a week, it might be once a month, or once every 3 months. But if you're serious about YouTube, you do have to post consistently. This will send a signals to YouTube algorithm and also your audience that you're reliable, and this will increase visibility and trust. So to do it, you want to set a realistic schedule. So I know a lot of people say, oh, you gotta post 2 times or 3 times per week on YouTube. And I think it's nice if you can commit to it, but to be realistic here, a lot of people still have their 9 to 5 work, they have a family to take care of, so you want to post based on the time that you have in hand. For me personally, I'm trying to post at least 2 videos per week, and that's what I can maintain. And here you want to stick to a similar upload schedule, so you can pick a day out of a week that you will upload your videos. But anyway, those are all the tips I have if you want to start YouTube in 2025. Trust me, this is the best time if you want to start your YouTube channel. And if you have any question, leave it in the comment section down below. Don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye!